they're usually issues that sometimes have been personal, and sometimes are social issues that I have felt very passionate about. I'm a big believer in documentary as a tool for social change, and I'm excited to hear how people are thinking about that here in Spain. With my films, this most recent film in particular, I have really thought hard about building a campaign for when the film is done that is about social impact. And so I've been able to take this film into interfaith settings and into African American churches and into policy. The State Department showed this film in Washington, D.C. in the division that deals specifically with refugees. So I've been able to do a lot with the finished film in terms of affecting political. I believe that the issue of migration is one of the conversations of our times. I think it always has been. The idea of place and propriety and new people moving in and how people react to that, how they react to differences and new people, and how those cultures end up creating fusion and the conflicts and the resolution that produces that is something that I think is kind of one of the critical conversations. So in the different countries I've been in, the production of documentaries has changed in a lot of ways. The technology has changed the workflow and the process of working with your cinematographer, as we've moved from tapes to digital cards and all kinds of, so the actual workflow and process in the day, it's integrated a lot of the editing. It is possible to make films with a lot less money now. But it doesn't mean that because you can buy a good camera for $5,000, you have a good film. You still really need to learn the craft. You need to learn how to light that camera. You need, or to enlist professionals, fellow students, people who are really talented in those particular things. And sound. Sound is often something that a lot of neophyte filmmakers ignore or minimize. They think the image is everything. The sound can sometimes be more important. If you don't have good sound, you don't have a movie. So those are things, and above all, to really, whatever your first stab is, to have passion about that subject, to take on something that is either personal to you or something that you just feel completely compelled and obsessed. It's keeping you up at night. It's a story you have to tell. So passion